Hey guys, how everyone is doing? I hope their trading week went well for them. Unlike mine didn't go so great. I actually lost a total of 3 trades last week, but it's completely fine. They were quite low risk trades, so nothing to really worry about. I want to quickly touch base on my trading plan that I have going forward. As time's gone on since I last updated you, I actually skipped last Sunday as it was my birthday and I was away with family. So I want to touch base on this pretty quickly. And the more I've been talking to senior members within my community I'm in, the We Trade Waves community, I've come to realize that trading has to be very flexible. You know, it can't be very specific set rules, even though that's what I like. I quite like set rules with a specific known objective and what to look for in certain situations. But when I'm trading one single pair, it's quite important that I'm able to be flexible in knowing what strategies to use in different situations or what time frame to be trading on and things like that. Because in We Trade Waves, we have multiple strategies possible, and they even recommend going down all the way to the 15-minute time frame. So there are lots of different ways you can trade their system, and if I'm more flexible, I'll see a lot more setups that suits my actual preferred trading style. But also, yeah, when I'm trading one pair and I've got a much higher time frame bias and I'm trading that, I most weeks won't even see a single trade. I might see one trade every 2 or 3 weeks, which if I'm doing this challenge weekly will not be very interesting to watch, basically, you know? And I do want to be more of a scalper and day trader in hindsight because I am looking at charts most days of the week as I work weekends. So it's not like I don't have the time to look at the charts. If I was working full time, then maybe I'd want to stick to a higher time frame, like the 4 hour, for example, and check it a couple times a day. But if I'm at the charts are at my computer most of the day on the week and actually looking for setups, I can easily look at 15-minute time frame and look for day trade setups. That's not a problem at all. So let's quickly go over to my FTMO challenge here. I did trade on it, actually. I skipped over that. I'm not doing the IC Markets demo account anymore. I'm back on my FTMO account. So I lost those 3 trades like I explained, and let's go have a look at them now. So here we are on the FTMO page. Now, as you can see here on the right, this trade here, 26th of July, was simply to make sure my account doesn't get banned for not trading for so long, because the last trade I had was quite a few weeks ago. So I just want to make sure I basically keep active on this account, even if I take breaks, just to make sure the account doesn't get banned if it's inactive, you know? I believe they have a soft limit of around 30 days. You have to take a trade within 30 days or they just cancel your challenge. So I do this every couple of months, basically, if I haven't taken any trades. But so I have this week. So 13th of August, I lost 614 and 96. This trade, I do believe I actually closed early on before it hit my stop loss, simply because it impulsively kept going against me. It wasn't correctively going against me. It was very impulsively going against my position. So it made me think most likely it's going to touch my stop loss, and it did, but I saved myself a fair amount by closing it early. Second trade, 14th of August. I will go on the charts in a second and show you each of the setups and what I was looking for, but this is just showing you what I've lost and the things I did. It does say multiple trades, so it says 2 trades here, and that's because I break my positions into 2 parts, so I can have different TP levels for them, but they are the same lot size, same entry, all of that. So it's just added together, that makes the risk I'm doing. So these ones actually did hit my stop loss at 400. Now 400 is only 0.2% of my account, and the reason I did that is because these trades were on the 15-minute time frame. Actually, one of them was on 2-hour, one was 15-minute. I'll explain why the 2-hour one was such low risk as well. The reason I risk so low is because it might take me multiple chances to actually get into the market to get this sniper entry I'm looking for. So now let's go into the trades quickly. Now my entries are around here, but what I am currently looking for on this market is going to be something like so. The reason I've been trying to sell these is because I think this is coming to the end of this trend. So usually trends consist of impulse, correction, stuff like that. And I think this is coming to the end of its current trend, and we'll soon see a bigger correction coming down. So that is why I'm looking for shorts currently in all these positions worth sells. So let's zoom in a little bit here. This first one, in hindsight, I should have not complicated the structure. One thing I do, actually I've noted down to myself as well, is I complicate structure a lot of the time. So right here, we have an impulse coming up, as you can see here, and then we have a corrective structure coming down like so. Now, my issue is I'm assuming this isn't complete, even though it clearly is. this is a clearly complete structure here for buying, right? But I, for some reason, complicated it more. So when I should have been long on this candle here with my stop loss just below this area, I take profit on the top or even slightly higher actually. But realistically, because I'm expecting a bigger sell-off, I would have only aimed for the top of this wick, because as soon as it breaks it, I would expect it to drop like we actually got later on in the week. But I wasn't in this trade as I was looking for some reason for a more complex structure. So what I was actually had in my mind here was going to be something like this. And the reason being is, to me, this was quite a fast middle corrective wave, and it didn't really go that deep. I think it only went to like the 50 fib level. Yeah, touched the 50, but I mean, that is still valid, and it also swept these lows. So yeah, I in hindsight, I definitely should have been aware of this buy setup, but I just simply didn't take it. So I sold it here, and the reason I sold it here is because when I spoke to you guys last, if we bring out the fib here and I put it on this low, because keep in mind, I was expecting a more complex pattern here, but it didn't give it. So I entered on the 618 fib level without an actual confluence to tell me to sell. There was no moment in this where at this area when I entered, when I had a pending order to sell it, it didn't give me selling pressure. I should have waited to get the extra confirmation that sellers aren't in the market and it was going to push down, but I didn't wait for that. Here I was simply targeting below here, or even, because this was a push up, even potentially a bigger move down to this entire impulse here. But that didn't occur, and that is completely okay. That is the first trade. So that was the 13th. That one I actually risked 0.5%, but I closed out quite a lot earlier. I closed out probably around here. So I only lost about half what I risked because this was coming up very, very sharp. So now let's move on and look at the second trade I took. So the second one was on the 2-hour chart actually. So let's move over to that. And it was this candle here next to this green one at the very top. I took this, my stop loss just above. However, the next 2-hour candle came up, wicked me out, and then gave another red candle coming down. I was interested in selling again. However, this candle didn't give me exactly what I was looking for. Was there any other sell setups? There was potentially one on the 4-hour, but this closed at 10 p.m. I believe, this candle, so I wouldn't really be interested in that. Yeah, as this came down, let's look at it on the 15-minute here. So I could have shorted this, and look, it just whipped me out, and I could have got out broke even here because it would have came back and tapped me back out. This here, when I looked for sells, I could have also been more aware of this also, because this one, if I fib from here to here, this is the last impulse here. This came to the 71 fib, which is what I actually originally spoke about in a couple of weeks ago. My strategy, 71 fib. I noticed it happens a lot on Euro US dollar, and it came in, touched it, and then gave a nice buying opportunity down at the bottom here to potentially ride this all the way up to the top. But I didn't take that because I was more interested in the sells. I was looking at the structure around here, something like so, with so that's your impulse, corrective structure here, one more down. So that is 3-wave structure going down. And I was expecting another corrective structure or another breakdown, but the issue I had is that this corrective structure was not similar to this one. But I still took, I would say, a fairly okay trade. It gave me a big selling pressure here on the 15-minute. I took it, stop loss just above the top, aiming to get all of these lows here, as there might be a bigger structure on this impulse here. But that was my aim. So that would have been 7-1 if it worked out, but it simply didn't. And that's part of trading. That's completely fine. So now I'm currently thinking the Euro US dollar is going to break this top going into next week. But after that, I'm still looking for sells. I'm still biased for the downside. Now, I won't just jump in straight away for the sells when this comes up, or if it comes up, should I add. I won't just short it straight away. I'll have to make sure I see an actual entry around this area telling me with the retro wave system that I'm okay to jump in here and sell the market. 15-minute might be okay, but realistically more hour might be better because of this higher bias of this big trend going up. Yeah, if we quickly recap what I've said in this video so far, I'm going to try to be more flexible in my trading. I'm not going to have the specific rules of 71 fib and things like that, but my risk is still going to be very low per trade I take, but you'll see more frequent trades as I'm going to be most likely trading on the hour and 15-minute time frames, because if I'm at my computer most of the day and looking at charts, I might as well try day trade, right? If I can see the setups and see the patterns, why not take the trade? All I have to do is trade the next wave not try focus on the big picture of everything. I hope you liked this video. Leave a like if you did, dislike it if you didn't, that's not a problem. Subscribe to the new for next week, and I'll speak to you very soon.